What's going on today, guys? T-Rex here on day 7. Oh, day 8. Day 8 of our Ark survival on Scorched Earth. Today's the last day we're on Scorched Earth, I believe. We're going to go and fight the Manticore. We have all the wyverns that we need. We're going to be changing up some names and doing one last breeding on some, so that I have some alphas ready for not the next map, but the map after. The next map, you don't get to have flyers, and then in order to even get things out of the obelisk, takes quite a bit of time. So we may not even use anything from the obelisk in the next map. We got to go all the way down to the very bottom of the map in order to even get anything out and use that. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting these breedings, and I'm trying to find a spot where I can throw this alpha wyvern out, because I was going to do one more breed with it. Out here's the only place it seems like I can, so I'm going to cryopod some stuff up. I'm going to move some stuff around to the obelisk. There's going to be big clips in the film today because there's quite a bit of like maneuvering and finagling to get all the wyverns standing on the platform in order to have them all there when we go and start fighting the boss. I do got a lightning wyvern that I'm going to be riding around on. There's heals for reals. We're going to be taking heals for reals hopefully on to the next map. I don't know if we can or not though, because like I was saying, the obelisks are way harder to access on the next map. You got to be able to get to the surface, and then you have to be able to not die from the sunlight while you're on the surface. So we'll see what we can do there. Also, there's a bunch of reapers on the surface on the next map. They look like xenomorphs, but like hardcore versions of them. So right now what I did is I flew off. I got a bunch of meat in order to keep our alpha wyvern down here healed up. I'm trying to get it to imprint just in case I decide not to start breeding them, and I just decide to keep it as my primary fire wyvern. Takes a couple of tries, but I do eventually get it to where it says cuddle, and then I let it cuddle with me and get my 100% imprint bonus. Then after that, we're going to check all of our storages and put anything that we need for the very far place that we're going. Extinction. Next map is Aberration, so we'll have quite a bit of time to wait. After everything's said and done though, all I'm going to be doing, we've got our imprint finally, just maneuvering. I think with the Aberration, I'm going to try and do a different type of recording if that's okay. Let me know in the comments how you guys like it. I'm going to try and do some more of a role playing on that instead of tutorialing. I've never done role playing on it, so we'll see how that plays out and everything. Trying to wait for it to be all the way up, leveled up. That way it's max an adult before I put it in a cryopod and put it inside of the obelisk. Get ready, check my cryopod, make sure, cryo station, make sure nothing's in there. Probably going to put heals for reals into a cryopod soon and take them over to the obelisk. I need to... I healed up this wyvern. Went out and got some more food. Laid it down. Went to go check on my fully grown alpha male fire wyvern. So AMFW. After that, we're gonna put our pig into a cryopod, throw out some other cryopods of things that we don't need, that we're not going to be using. Pick up any meat that we have that's extra. Alright, now we're going to fly over to the obelisk, drop anything off that we can, drop our pig off, heal up everything, adjust all stats on everything so that they deal damage and they have the health to be able to survive the boss fight. As you can tell, I switched up what wyverns I was using because I had to fly around and make sure I was doing that. Put a bunch of food in the feeding trough to put anything that I'm not taking into the pig. Brought out this little wyvern. This is the one that we'll be riding around on during the boss fight. It looked like it didn't have an eye, so I was like checking on it. But it does, it has an eye. After, where are we at? Alright, after I do all that, I go into the obelisk and I count what we have. I try to make sure everything is inside of the circle for when we start the boss fight, that we get everything in the fight. If you're doing the boss fight on this map and you're using wyverns, make sure that all your wyverns are the same type, because they will start doing damage to each other if they're not. So if you have like a mixture of fire, lightning, and poison wyverns, they will all deal damage to each other and not just the boss. So just pick one and just pick one. Pick one. Oh, just pick one, and then that should be easy enough handled. Landing all my wyverns in the circle, or your wyverns in the circle, is going to be the hardest challenge that you have. You want to make sure that I think I have 15, maybe 16 in here. You can even start having them land on top of each other if you're got some gaps that they think that they can land on. After I landed there, crocodile came and got me. Just took me right off my mount too. It's kind of cool. Got everything in the circle, just making sure that there's gaps, making sure everything is in here, landing them on tops, landing them wherever they can fit, honestly. This guy came and he was trying to get aggressive with my pig, I'm guessing, so I took him out of the game. Flew forward, landed, and see how they're all merging into each other. That's good, but it's also bad. You know, it could cause your game to mess up. You can get stuck in midair and not be able to do anything. Here's my lightning wyvern waiting for it to just mature up. We're going to try and land this guy right in the middle of our pile. That way, when we are ready to go, it's ready to just take off. I like this map. It's alright. It's not my favorite. It's probably my least favorite. But it's still a challenging map, and that's, if you're in for a challenge when you're playing these games, this is one of those maps that will be a good challenge. Checking everything, making sure everything has its levels in it. I start starving, so I start grabbing up some berries. All I do right now is eat some berries up. Like I said, I'm getting off this map, so I'm not really concerned of all that stuff. Anything that I have in my inventory is getting left behind anyways, so I'm going to put my spyglass and my radio into my obelisk. That way I have that on the next map. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out. And then on our next map, when we get there, we're going to try and get find us a good base. Good safe base. Alright. Landed right here in the middle. Now it's matured up. I walked away so that the healing would affect everybody real quick. Trying to make sure everything lands in the circle like that. Yeah, he's good. He's good. And then trying to get this guy into the circle sideways. Might just pick him up and then let him land. Yeah. Alright, he'll probably be able to land in there pretty well. Things were attacking our pigs, so this is the harder part. Like I said, trying to get them all to land right where you need them in the circle is a pain. If you don't get them all in the circle, they don't all join in the fight. That could cause you some problems later on, but he circled around, went right in pretty well. Alright, I'm going to start the fight up. Got heals for reals put in. Got anything in my inventory that I wanted to take taken out of my inventory. Fight's about 7 minutes long. I'm not going to speed it up either. I'm just going to let you see what I did for the fight. It's not a very long one, so... Alright, got on my Wyvern, had to make all these guys start moving to a different location so that they would allow me to fly. Flying over towards the Manticore, have them all aggressively attack him. He almost got me there pretty bad. Alright. Bam, you see the damage popping up on them. Some of them are doing like 300, 400, but a few of them are doing 2,000 per hit, 800 per hit, and you got so many going on him. If you can tell, he's sitting there in the pile. I'm trying to keep an eye on him the best I can. Death worms start spawning up, trying to get the things when they're closer to the ground, but since we're using all Wyverns, it's not a big challenge at all. There's one of them doing 2,884. That's some massive damage coming off of them. They're not using their fire breath. I don't have special attacks enabled, so they won't be doing that. They're just fighting them as they can. I'm going to go swing over here and grab this because I like to have all these available. So she's going to start talking in the background a little bit. Looks like there's like 4 death worms, 5 death worms flying on the ground trying to get everybody. Manticore's there again. I'm going to swing and try to snatch me in a hit.
An end.
Alright, we're doing good. We're all having a good time. And there he goes, dropping down. Killed him.
To the bottom of an hourglass. But the
Took him out pretty well. Here's his dossier.
It can't be flipped around or reconstructed.
We got our guardians taken care of.
Irreversible. Permanent.
We're gonna send off this Ark, which I don't understand now because beating the Manticore, you send off the Ark, which means all the inventory that you did have is gone, so there's no reason to have inventory after the boss. I don't know. But that's going to be it for the day. If you like the content, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave any comments you like below, and we'd like to see you back here next Friday. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Here we are ascending to Aberration's Ark. And... nope. And that's it. Have a good day. Bye.